Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Twelfth Night and we get to hear from Sir Toby Belch today in Act 3, Scene 4. So the way that this scene started was with Malvolio, well, didn't exactly start with Malvolio, but we got to the point where Malvolio shows up wearing yellow stockings that are cross-gartered and he's smiling like crazy trying to win over Olivia. Olivia, of course, thinks that he's bonkers. So when she finds out that Cesario / Viola is there to see her again, that's who Olivia really wanted to see. She goes off to greet Cesario and says to Mariah, go get Sir Toby Belch to take care of Malvolio. And we got to hear from Malvolio yesterday where he's like, I got this in the bag. Did you see how she called me fellow? Like, obviously she's all over me. So then Fabian and Sir Toby Belch and Mariah come in and they feed into this whole Malvolio thing and they're asking him like, how are you? And they keep saying things like he's crazy, he's mad, he's possessed by the devil, all these sorts of things, and it gets really frustrating for Malvolio, so he leaves and they have a good hearty laugh. But then Sir Andrew Aguecheek comes in and he has the letter that he has written to Cesario as a challenge for a duel, and Sir Toby Belch reads it out loud with commentary from the peanut gallery along the way, and he gets to the end of it and he's like, yeah, this is gonna work. So what you're gonna do, he's on his way here now, Cesario is on his way here now, you're gonna go like over that way and grab him as he comes by so you can, challenge each other. So Sir Andrew leaves the stage and the rest of them are just enjoying this thoroughly, and Sir Toby Belch says, now will not I deliver his letter? For the behavior of the young gentleman gives him out to be of good capacity and breeding. His employment between his lord and my niece confirms no less. Therefore, this letter, being so excellently ignorant, will breed no terror in the youth. He will find it comes from a clodpole. But, sir, I will deliver his challenge by word of mouth, set upon Aguecheek a notable report of valor, and drive the gentleman, as I know his youth will aptly receive it, into a most hideous opinion of his rage, skill, fury, and impetuosity. This will so fright them both that they will kill one another by the look, like cockatrices. So what he's saying is that the letter that Sir Andrew wrote is stupid and isn't going to scare anybody. So instead of actually delivering that, he's going to issue the challenge to Cesario verbally and play up Sir Andrew Aguecheek's fighting abilities so that it'll whip Cesario into a frenzy, and then the two of them can fight and kill each other. And all the other clowns are like, oh yes, that's a great idea. And then Olivia and Viola / Cesario come in and they're having the same conversation that they've already had a million times before. Will you love me? No, I'm here wooing you on behalf of Orsino. Don't you have anything to say to them? No, I want you to wear my jewel. I'm only wearing it because I'm pretending that it's for him. Blah, blah, blah. Olivia finally leaves saying like, well, come again and chat with me tomorrow, as she is wont to do. So then the clowns approach Cesario / Viola and start chatting there and start playing into the Sir Aguecheek wants to fight you. And Viola, Cesario, is like, why? What did I do? I can't think that I offended anyone. Did he say why he wanted to fight me? And they're like, no, we don't know exactly why, but he wants to kill you. Meanwhile, they also go over and they talk to Sir Andrew Aguecheek and they're like, yeah, he's ready to go. If you've ever seen the South Park episode of Tweak versus Craig, that whole thing, neither of them really wants to fight, but everybody else is encouraging them to fight because they want to see a fight. That's basically what this is. The clowns are telling both Cesario and Sir Andrew that the other one wants to kill him, so then they'll start to fighting. So finally we get everybody all in the same space together, and Sir Andrew and Cesario both sort of, draw their swords. They're like, I guess we gotta do this now. But then Antonio comes in. Remember Antonio, who was going to go find lodging for Sebastian and given Sebastian some spending money along the way? Antonio comes in flying to the rescue because he thinks Viola is Sebastian. Because remember, Viola and Sebastian are twins. Viola is currently dressed as a man, Cesario, so Cesario looks suspiciously like Sebastian. Antonio swoops in, thinking that he's saving the day. He's going to fight Sir Andrew Aguecheek instead. But then some police officers show up, or just officers is what they're called, but we can presume they're police. They recognize Antonio from when he last fought some nautical battles against Illyria. And they're like, you're under arrest. And Antonio's like, you have to help me, you have to help me. Give me back the purse that I gave you so I'll be able to buy my way out of jail. And Viola's like, I don't know what you're talking about a purse, but you can see you need some help. I have like this tiny little bit of money that you can have. And Antonio gets all bent out of shape, thinking that Sebastian is ignoring him, pretending to not know him, and has lost his purse, when really it's Viola. So Antonio's all bent out of shape. He mentions something about, Sebastian, how could you? Which as he's dragged off stage, Viola's like, he said Sebastian. He said Sebastian. He mistook me for Sebastian. That means that Sebastian must be alive. So Viola takes off running so that she can go and try to find her brother, because if she can find her brother, then she doesn't have to pretend to be a man anymore. She can just be herself, because she'll have, a cohort. So she goes running off to find him, and the clowns are like, well, that's rather cowardly of him to run away like that. And Sir Andrew's like, I'm going to go chase after him and fight. And they're like, you go do that. So he runs away, and they're all like, this is going to be good. And they go running after, and that's the end of Act 3, Scene 4. So, yeah, I told you, there's a lot in this play, and there's a lot still to come. We're just now finishing with Act 3. So, 2 more acts to go, and I'll see you tomorrow for more. Mwah.